Elements of a marketing system or marketing systems that will work for you individually, personally, not just something that pitches well, that pitch that you hear, not just something that sounds good, but something that will actually work for you. Good morning to you. It is Marlon Sanders. If you're new to the stream, I've spoken 120 seminars around the world, sold over 70,000 products, been doing it full-time since 1997. All right. Give me a shout out if you watch this in the Facebook group. I've got my YouTuber open over here. Give me a shout out if you're watching us on Twitter. I'm trying to see over here on YouTube if I can see our live stream or not. We got a lot of comments that come in over there on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on LinkedIn. So good morning to you. If you're watching this live, let me know. If you watch on a replay, let me know. Let me know if you're on Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and so forth. I see the comments from the Facebook group, but I don't see the YouTube or Twitter or LinkedIn. I do not believe. So welcome to you. I want to talk to you about 5 elements of a marketing system that will work for you. First of all, your marketing system is everything. If you do not have a regular, consistent, routine way to get new customers into your business, you will die. You will not succeed long term. You will not be profitable long term. I've experienced the issues with this myself going in between marketing systems. I've seen it in too many friends where their business just slowly dies because they don't have an effective way to routinely bring in new customers through marketing. Now, the thing is that there's a lot of systems promoted to you. Oh, you got to run Facebook ads or this or that, but there's no thought about what system is going to work for you personally. See, just because somebody else made a billion, millions of dollars does not mean it's a good marketing system for you. For example, if they're spending $100,000 or $200,000 a month and you've got no appetite to spend that, and that is a lot of substantial marketers out there that are in your newsfeed all the time because they got huge, enormous, gigantic, massive budgets. But if that's not your thing, if you don't want to do that, then you might ought to think twice about the marketing system you're implementing, you see? All right, so let me go over. I write my notes down in a big book like this so that I can easily keep them and refer to them. So I've got my notes here. Let me read them to you. The first one is it's got to be effective. So, first of all, you can go over to the product launch of the day and they got 1-click software or 3-click software that's supposed to bring in leads. The chances these things are effective, the chances they're effective over time, quite honestly, are probably slim to none. So we'll just get that out of the way right at the get-go. It's got to be effective. I can go out here today and buy certain types of advertising and media relatively inexpensive. The problem is it really going to be effective at bringing in buyers? Not opt-ins, but buyers. Opt-ins are great if they're a micro step of the funnel leading to buyers. But if all you get's opt-ins, which are easily created through bots, you ain't getting buyers, you got yourself a problem on your hands. You do not have an effective marketing system. Now, number 2, low choices that match your skill, time, and your budget. This is extremely important. So I already mentioned the budget issue. Somebody's promoting a marketing system and it's a method of doing Facebook challenges, but you need to be spending $300 a day on Facebook ads to get people into the group to do the challenge, and you ain't got or don't want to spend $300 a day on ads. It's not a good, effective marketing system for you. Time. There are social media methods that work gangbusters. When people comment, when people like, you chat them up, You have an effective, a brief conversation, and then direct them over to your offer. This works. This works. But if you don't have the time commitment available and are not willing or able to commit time to doing that, it's not an effective system that's going to work for you to bring you regular customers. So it's got to match your time. It's got to match your budget. And then this is one most people don't think about. It's got to match your skill set. So there are people out, that promote all kinds of some different marketing systems. But, if you're not good at all on video, if you just suck on video, some people just have no expression to their voice, and maybe they could change it if they took training, but they're not willing to, don't want to, hate it. Video's not going to work unless you're doing video that doesn't include there are not ways to do video that doesn't include your face or even your voice, right? But so the point is the marketing system has to match your skill set. If you've got something that needs you to write a lot and you can't stand writing, or you're not good at writing, then either you got to get good at it or you got to find a different marketing system. You do not want to be engaging in a marketing system routinely and regularly that you hate. It's not a good idea. So we've got effective, we've got choices matching your skill, your time, your budget, and then low competition. Like Facebook ads, YouTube ads, listen, they're great and they're killer. Like if you can do it and compete in that arena, they're killer. But listen, that's like the sharks are living there, because you're competing against people that sell $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 programs depending on your niche. And you don't have that kind of a program, you're not going to compete on budget. So, and the other thing is that Facebook ads change their interface all the time. Like, I don't know why, but they do, just to frustrate people, I think. If you don't have the time to keep up with those changes, they change the rules. If you don't have time to keep up with those rules, it's just not a good marketing system for you, right? And so it has to be I believe that you might want to consider looking for low competition or no competition marketing systems. There are marketing systems that virtually no one knows about or uses, and they don't take much or any money. Why not consider using those? And then let's see, we've got outsourceable. If you have a low time commitment or you just hate routine, right? Like I'm not a big routine person for the most part. If you just are not a routine, you need something that's outsourceable, right? You need something that's outsourceable. So in short, to go back through these, you need something that's effective, low time or money cost, outsourceable, low competition, choices to match your skill, time, and your budget. See if I'm leaving any of these out. So what you really need are ways to get customers. I'm reading from my book, ways to get new customers that get higher response because few, if any, people are using them, and that match your skill set, your time, or your budget. Right now, this is why I created what I call Marketing Habit, the book of definitive marketing systems, because see, you can go through the book. And there's over 48, probably 60 total. I didn't number all of them. I got tired of numbering. Marketing systems. Some are rare, unique, and offbeat. And most of them don't take money, although some do. And what you do is you go through there and you find the ones that match your skill, your ability, your time availability, your budget, right? And you go through and that are effective. And you go through and you find the ones like a buffet. You go through it. Okay, I don't want the chop suey. I don't want the avocado sushi roll, but I'll take this, fried shrimp, or I'll take some of this steak over. It's a buffet. You go through and you find the systems that are going to work for you. It's the only book of definitive marketing systems in existence to my knowledge. Certainly the most comprehensive, the one filled with the most rare, unique, and unusual marketing systems that also give you access to inexpensive resources to learn them. You don't have to join some $5,000 and $10,000 coaching program to learn these. Most of them have Kindle books or YouTube videos or podcasts available where you can learn the in-depth details of the marketing system. A lot of people don't take that into account, right? Now, if you want to get that, check it out. It's resellertoolkit.com/marketing-heaven. That is resellertoolkit.com/marketing-heaven. Now, on a macro level, stand back and look at what we just did here. I just presented to you on the one hand, what I feel are your unmet needs. That you need marketing systems that are effective, but a lot of stuff out there is crap and just doesn't even work. You need marketing systems that match your skill set, and a lot of them don't. You need marketing systems that match your budget. A lot of systems out there being promoted today, like YouTube ads, Facebook ads, and so forth, don't. You need marketing systems that match your skill set. Again, a lot of them don't. Your time budget, money budget, skill set, right? You may need something that's outsourceable. You probably want something that's low competition unless you don't mind dealing with something that's highly competitive like Facebook ads, right? Now, those are your unmet needs as I define them. Maybe you perceive them differently, but this is your unmet needs as I define them, right? Now, my product, Marketing Heaven, the definitive book of marketing systems, right? Those are my differentiated marketing systems. My solution or solutions for your unmet needs. So over here we have your needs that aren't being met. You're not finding or being presented with effective marketing systems that are low cost, that low budget, or that meet your skill set, that are implementable, that are scalable within whatever time that you have. You can scale them down or scale them up, right? You're not getting marketing systems that meet those needs, that meet your skill sets and so forth. So my solution here, right, is differentiated, meaning it's different. There's nothing else like it. Or if there are, there would be few, but I don't believe there's any at this point, to meet these unmet needs over here. So it's a combining of unmet needs with differentiating attributes of your product. The attributes of my product are that these are rare, unique, and unusual marketing systems, highly researched. They give you access to additional resources to learn them without having to buy high-end coaching programs. It's in written form, so you can read it at your leisure. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg. So these are my attributes, and these are your unmet needs. You put those two together, and that is called a value proposition, or a positioning framework is what Microsoft calls it. That is a positioning framework for what we call a value proposition. The value I'm proposing to you, the value I'm offering to you in a product. When you create a product, you want to know the unmet needs you're going to meet. Because see, like I can say, well, these are fast. But see, fast is not a differentiating attribute, because there's a lot of marketing systems out there, push button software and so forth, that claim to be fast. So I can't differentiate on fast, right? I can't differentiate on one click because there's a whole bunch of them, right? And even if I had one click, it wouldn't be differentiating, because so what you're doing is you're matching up unmet needs with differentiating attributes. You marry those two together, you have a value proposition. You have a marketing framework that will make you sales. My name is Marlon Sanders. Some people call me the king of step-by-step internet marketing. Please tell your friends about our not only about our live streams, but if you go to resellertoolkit.com /promote live, you can actually get paid up to 29 times for telling your friends and folks about our podcast. Thank you for listening, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.